Hello everyone, it's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, it's Comp Play Live.
Oh, it's warm. Hello, Nick.
Hello Tim, how you doing mate?
He's Nick.
That's Tim. We got Sam in the corner on the buttons.
Making it all happen as usual.
Doing the magic, doing the business.
Hello everyone.
Tim, what we got to talk about this week?
Oh, mate.
We've got a lot to talk about.
We, and by we I mean me, have taken the first Comp Play team to a Teams event, and we won. We only won. We didn't just win.
The royal we. The royal we.
Nick didn't help. You've also been to an event which you didn't win.
No, but I had a great time. Yeah, my first event.
We went to an event, we won. We're going to tell you how we won and why we're the best.
Yeah. And why teams are so good.
Why teams are so good, why disruption is rubbish and hard.
Yeah.
Just today, an FAQ got dropped for an official Games Workshop event.
Yeah.
So we're going to assume that every one of those FAQs will make it into an official FAQ on Warcom, and we're going to walk you through all of them because they're kind of interesting and fun. Mm-hmm. We also have a new segment called Tim the Rules Lawyer, where I'm going to tell you why I know the rules better than you.
Actually, the podcast.
I'm going to, I'm actually the podcast. Yeah. We've got a question from the Discord I'm going to answer in excruciating detail.
Yep.
And if you super chat a question during that segment, I will try and answer it live on air.
Yeah.
And we've got Hobby Corner as usual.
Yes, we have.
It's a great show. It's going to be a great show. Before we get into that,
yes,
a couple of exciting things related to our partners.
Exactly. So if you haven't been on our socials and what have you, I know it doesn't always show everyone what's going on. We currently have a competition. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, please like, subscribe, etc. There is a little googly link in our links, both in the description and in the channel. Links, and you can win a combat patrol courtesy of thewarp.co.uk. So you have to be subscribed. As soon as we hit 1,100 subscribers, we will do a draw, probably on air, I'd imagine. We can do that, and you win a combat patrol.
You have to be subscribed to the channel.
Yeah, so you can't just fill in the form. So thank you everyone who's filled it in so far. But we're getting there, we're pushing there. And second of all, Super Sixes, there is a few tickets left. Just a few tickets, end of October. Hopefully now everyone's got used to 11th edition. You're rounding up your people for teams. Go and grab a ticket. Again, in the description, down below, Super Six's website. Shouts to Jeff, Luke, and Jerome, everyone running that.
And you should get a ticket because teams is really fun, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah, that I think segues wonderfully.
We're going to bring a team. I'm not going to be there. Well, I might be there. I haven't figured it out.
Okay.
But I might not be there. So if we lose while Nick's there, and we won an event while I'm there, I'll tell you everything you need to know.
rescinded. Yeah, exactly. Done.
But also Team England's going to be there.
Yes.
Team Wales might be there. If you want to see Team England versus Team Wales, you can watch that on our channel.
Tom Green, if you didn't see Naz versus Tom, which is also on the channel last week, which I 100% suggest tuning in because it's good banter, good fun. Team England are going to be there. We might have a comp play team. We'll 100% be streaming there though. So if you want to get on stream with your team, come along, get a ticket. So good times. Yes, Jeff, it is sweaty.
Very sweaty.
We have 2 fans pumping right now.
That's what these are for,
right? We got the terrain fans. So Tim.
You want me to tell you how we won an event?
I want you to tell me how you won an event without me, because frankly, I don't believe it happened.
Well, step one.
Find
a different captain.
Yeah. Brandon was captain, technically speaking. Yeah.
So, how did we win? I mean, it was like the first weekend of proper 11th, so I don't think winning tells you that much about our skill. It's more to like, someone had to win, no one really knew.
It still counts on BCP, mate.
It still counts on BCP. So, what's really cool about teams is, in 5-man teams, you have to have all 5 dispositions. Yeah. And this means there's so much variation in the games you can play, which is really cool. And no one really plays disruption.
Yeah, I was going to say, someone gets lumped with disruption. Someone gets a short straw.
It feels a little bit bad to be lumped with disruption, but you get to play missions you don't usually play.
Yes,
and that's true for the disruption player and also people who play against the disruption player. And those missions are really fun.
They are good fun. You've been playing disruption kind of anyway, haven't you? So
I think it is probably not as bad as it seems. You just need to build your list in a very different way than you're used to. Yeah. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But this is an incursion event in Lancing near us, run by
the
wonderful Luke, who's in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to Luke in the chat.
What did we bring? We had me on Death Guard playing Disruption.
Yep.
with 2 Greater Demons of Nurgle and some shooty bloke drones and some...
Kind of similar to the list you've been running for a while.
Yeah, yeah, it's basically my 10th edition list.
10th edition list, but you get the,
I get assault on my drones.
Assault on your drones, which is exactly what Defcon needed, yeah.
And they can fly through walls and blah, blah, blah. So it was a nice little buff.
Cracking.
Which kind of made up for my 6-inch charges becoming 7-inch charges.
Yeah.
We had Tom on Drukhari playing Recon.
Tom, who quite
bless him, fell down the stairs trying to retrieve his Nando's order on the evening of the first day and had to play day 2 sat down.
Completely hobbled.
With a awful bruised ankle, but he still did really well.
He's got an ankle like a doner kebab. Yeah.
We had Captain Brandon on Votan playing Priority Assets.
Who went 5-0.
Went 5-0, well done Brandon. But he also gave himself the easiest strength of schedule of anyone on the team.
But as he says, like teams are a lot about pairing, and he managed to pair really, really well. Yeah. And so, that's good captaincy.
Yeah. We had Sam, who's behind the screen right now, on Tau playing Purge the Foe. Sam also had a little misadventure, except this one is his fault, unlike Tom. Sam got too drunk and missed the first game on Sunday. So we won despite having a 20-0 because we were a player down.
Round 4, 1 man down.
Yeah. And
couldn't be me, mate. Couldn't be me.
Who am I missing? Sam, who
Liam.
We had Liam, of course. Liam, it's because he's not playing his usual army.
Yes, he was.
Liam was on Chaos Demons, taking an all Nurgle list for Take and Hold. So 3 Great Unclean Ones. Yeah. Loads of Plague Bearers, big lads standing in the middle. I think that was a pretty cool team makeup.
I think it's a really good team makeup. I love the 5 disposition rule. I know like a lot of people complained about it.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I just like the fact that it throws up so many anomalies. I think that one thing it also does. So there's been quite a disparity between like solo lists and teams lists historically. Like people take skew lists quite often in teams environments. All you have to do here is take a list that plays really well into your disposition, which is kind of what you're doing in singles anyway. Yeah. So I kind of like that that's the case. But as we will say, show a little bit later, there is one disposition that currently is a little bit on its arse.
It makes the pairings, it smooths out the pairings a little bit because Death Guard do not like Tau, for example. Yeah. But Disruption really likes Purge the Foe.
Yes, it does.
So that it smooths that out. And when someone's got a disposition you hate and an army you hate, it's even more justification to swerve that pairing.
Yeah, exactly that.
So I think, even I got paired into Recon. Disruption into Recon, I think, is incredibly unfair. But I managed to eke out a draw, had a really fun game into Matt, into his Drukhari Recon.
Yeah, Shredders. Yeah, Drukhari Recon are like a tough fight for anyone at the moment. Basically when you've got an army that kind of is doing engage at all times and has to just touch different types of the board with like super quick melee units, it can be a rough fight.
It was a tough game.
Yeah.
But bit of fun.
Yeah.
So I just think I'm really proud of us. We also brought a second team.
Yes.
And we had a couple players on other people's teams.
Yeah.
Andy, who got best sport, and Tom, who got best first single player ranking.
Yeah. So and on that note, they're like 2 guys. So Andy, who's was second, third at South Coast Super Major. Tom Brand has been cleaning up local GTs and stuff as well. And we were kind enough to kind of let them be bringers in other teams.
We let them, didn't we?
Yeah, we let them. But no, it was so. If I remember correctly, so we had 2 teams there. Hobby Henchmen there.
Yep.
Yeah, repping.
War Boys were there.
War Boys were there as well. Shouts to Ollie and the guys there. And then who else was it? It's like a Brighton mercenary team.
Yeah.
I do believe.
How many teams is that?
There's one more team. They obviously really stuck out during the course of the day. Sam doesn't know because he was only
there. We played all the teams, right?
So you did play all the teams. Okay, right. So what did you feel was like the most memorable game for you?
I'm just going to answer Luke's question, which is, he says,
no doubling.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think about allowing for the teams format, allowing people to not have all 5 dispositions, and maybe they have to take 4, but they're allowed 1 duplicate and they're allowed to drop 1.
I don't like it because you'll just get double purge everywhere. Everyone will take double purge.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm into it, man. Like I said, I think the fact that you are building into dispositions now makes it good fun. I think just having the randomness of the mission matchups, I think is really, really nice. And I think they've done a really good job on teams this time around. Yeah, I think it looks really, really good fun. So Tim, talk to us a little bit more about disruption as well. So if anyone, obviously this is kind of the second week, I suppose, of proper stats being available. And what was really interesting that got kind of released this week, so shouts to Warp Friends, you know, I always say they're probably the best, for me, the best statistical analysis channel when it comes to 40K, because it's very matter of fact, it's pure data, whatever else, and I like that. Yeah. He released a video this week that said about the 5 dispositions and the win rates therein. So basically, anything but disruption is at roughly 48 to 49% win rate. And the reason, so for those who are like, why is it only 48, 49? Is because a lot of people still aren't removing 1 disposition from their lists in BCP. So it just creates a statistical anomaly that kind of causes a bit of a problem.
We could show this graph.
Really, it's a very bad graph though. It is a very bad graph, and I feel bad because I didn't design it properly. Sam, can we bring the screen up?
You did a good job.
All right, it's just not on brand. So what you'll see here is the various dispositions, priority assets, taken hold, purge, and reconnaissance, basically all operated at like 47 to 49% win rate. And now it's super interesting because there was a lot of talk about purge being busted initially, and then a lot of people are like, oh, maybe recon's like really, really good. Weirdly, priority assets and taken hold are the 2 best performing, but again, just consider here there may be some statistical anomaly based on the fact that, you know, there's quite a few actually detachments that pair both those 2, or like purge and, or what have you. So, you know, in those instances where there was 2.
They are also the most similar to 10th edition.
Yes, they are very, very similar. Taken hold is really similar to old, like kind of mid 10th edition. Yeah. Purge the foe is end of 10th edition. Priority assets is early 10th edition. I think it's like action heavy versus take objectives versus kill stuff.
But I'm surprised to see disruption at 44%.
Yes. Yeah.
That is not terrible at all.
The biggest takeaway from this as well is, again, like I said, everyone's saying purge was busted. You'll see that purge the foe is the most taken, but in the first week of tournament data, purge the foe was 50% of all tournament lists, and now it's gone down to like 34, 35%. Priority assets is kind of low, considering actually it's one of the better performing. Kind of taken hold second there in terms of like the most taken disposition. And then reconnaissance and disruption are both kind of like bringing up the rear. Disruption very much bringing up the rear. And I think the win rate on disruption is about 43%. So I think, you know, there's a lot being said about individual armies. I think it's probably a little bit early to talk about individual armies, although Thousand Suns definitely look really, really good right now. Tau definitely look really, really good right now. Yeah. I think Space Marines might actually be the most busted faction. They're at about 55%, but they're being dragged down as by the usual kind of, you know, a lot of early tournament players take Space Marines. But yeah, I saw that was very, very interesting in terms of it.
Yeah, I mean, disruption and reconnaissance are the hardest to build for.
Yeah.
So there's like a learning lag.
Yeah.
Disruption in particular.
And caught the boys live, buffet for the eyes. Andy, shouts out to Andy.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, let me tell you why disruption is bad.
Yeah, let's take the graphic off that, Sam. It hurts. Sorry, it hurts me.
Okay, the first thing to say is disruption has a good matchup into purge.
Yes, it does, and it's out of. I haven't put that on this, but that is the only disposition that has a better win rate into purge than others.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And the reason for that is, in the purge player's turn, they pick up to 3 units that are either on objectives or killed a unit last turn.
Okay.
If they can't do that, they get to pick 3 units just of whatever. But what that means is, like, turn 1, if I put like a plague bearer on my expansion, then that is the only thing you can pick.
Yeah.
So we don't trigger the you get to pick whatever you like thing.
Yeah. So you
only get to pick that, which you probably can't. You don't get any points.
Yep.
And throughout the game, I can control to a degree if I hold things with my cheap units and don't do that much killing.
Or super durable.
Or super durable. I get a little control over what you get points for killing.
Yep.
And on the flip side, the disruption player just gets points for killing.
Yeah.
But it's like they get points for killing at least one thing.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. I think, obviously, Disruption Mirror is a mirror.
Yep.
Disruption Taken Hold.
It's crazy, isn't it? Disruption Mirror as well. It's like, the mission is bananas.
It basically says take your opponents home.
Okay, all right. Okay. Not that bananas then.
Which is what my list is good at. Disruption into Taken Hold just feels like Taken Hold. I don't remember it being particularly weird.
Yeah.
But it's disruption into priority assets and into recon that feel unfair.
Yeah.
So we've played priority assets.
Yeah.
So you both want to be doing actions on the middle. And what that does, let's say these, at the beginning of the game as the disruption player, I mark these 4 terrain pieces as being like the things we want to hold at the end of the game.
So we put a marker on them.
And then if anyone does an action on the middle, we take a marker off. And once there's only one left,
we're fighting
over that one.
Yeah.
So we both want to be removing markers.
Yeah.
But the PA player gets points for doing so, and the disruption player doesn't.
Yeah, exactly that.
And the disruption player's like reward for that is they get 1 extra point for killing a unit in a turn.
Yeah.
That feels a little unfair. The only benefit you get as a disruption player is you do get to pick those 4 terrain pieces.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
But because they can't be in your
was very weird on ours that we were just at the end fighting over like one of these pieces, right? And it's like, again, so I like how adapted that is in terms of the game
It's
state.
the most fun mission.
Like turn
in my
4 and
opinion.
5, suddenly, if you haven't got something really quick that can do a bit of damage at the end of the game, you're kind of stuffed, because you can set up a scenario where as the disruption player, that is in your kind of half, your territory, and if you can't reach it,
it can't be in my deployment zone, but it can be in my territory.
Exactly.
So I think that's hard for the disruption player, but there's probably a way around it that I'm not thinking of. Because the weird thing is, if the disruption player just refuses to engage with that game until there's only 2 tokens left, and then they swoop in, then I'm getting points for killing your unit in the middle.
Yeah.
But I can be not on stuff, and then you don't get points for killing my stuff.
Yeah.
So there is a way of fudging it for disruption.
Exactly. And it's also very important to point out that it's not you have to control that. So you don't like OC that piece of terrain, do you? You have to be nothing on there. So suddenly like a CP reroll can come in like really, really handy on an invuln or something like that. So
So that's half disruption, but the real kicker for disruption is into recon because the disruption player has to put a unit on an objective, control the objective, perform an action, and then at the end of the turn, they have to still be doing the action, still be alive, still not be battle shocked, still not be OC0, So they've got to do all of that work to put a token on the thing, and then they get points for those tokens. The disruption player just has to, the recon player just has to walk onto it.
Just walk on it. It doesn't even need to control it.
They can be a battle-shocked Nurgling.
Can swing a point.
Who walks onto it and then dies from Overwatch. They still swing the point. It just is so difficult to play as disruption.
I feel like that's going to be the one that they, and probably the reason why disruption is kind of where it is. Reconnaissance as well, just in terms of the general way that your disposition works tends to be quite sturdy, but not necessarily super quick. A reconnaissance is just pure speed with some damage. I mean,
I think the only way if you were building a disruption list to beat recon, you would have a swarm of move blocking.
Yes,
that's how you would do it, but. We know that 11th is not move blocking is not as strong as it was.
No,
because they don't. It doesn't even have to be a move in their movement phase. Like, if I try and move block you with Nurglings like this, and you charge me and kill a Nurgling, and you get to pile in or consolidate or whatever, that's a move. You finished a move. So you take my token off. It's really, really hard.
Absolutely crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
So generally speaking, disposition is a really good spot other than disruption. I think it's safe. Again, I'm glad to see that Purge isn't as busted as everyone said it was going to be.
It's fine, Purge.
I think it's interesting seeing. So, for example, I've gone back to EC for the beginning of 11th. Very much enjoying it, but I'm not playing Coterie.
Yes, you're on big brain demon detachment with me.
Yes, yeah, and it's a lot of thinking, a lot of layering, a lot of making sure like things are like overlapping and stuff. But it is interesting to see that the EC lists that are doing really well are still double defilers. It's still not quite fixed. It's still not quite where we need it to be. Yeah. But yeah, it's okay. So in terms of, is there anything else you pulled from like the team's dynamic? Anything else like you're like, oh, this is great? Anything else that you think actually maybe not so good?
There was nothing about it that I dislike compared to 10th edition teams.
Did you do it as the defender chose the terrain?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's a great touch.
Yeah, my last 3 games, I was defender every time.
Yeah.
I got to pick the disruption mirror and pick the terrain.
Yes. Oh, okay. No, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it was quite nice. My list is good into the disruption mirror.
Okay. All right. Right, we'll do a quick shout to the chat. Hi, Bob. Hello, Luke. Good to see you, sir. Freemania, good to see you as well. Good big ups, Jeff.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Tom. Bob Azana, I'm not sure who that is, but good to see you.
Tom, let us know if you want the people at home to see your bruised ankle from the teams.
Yeah, exactly. Tom, how is the kebab stick, sir? And yeah, we are very handsome. I would go as far as to say we're the most handsome people in 40k, despite what some other people might say. On that note, shouts to VT Jake as well. Been very, very nice.
Very handsome man.
Very handsome man. Yeah. Been very, very nice to us all over socials the last couple of weeks. So, so I think summary is, if you're
Teams is great.
Teams is great. I think if you're trying to get into like 11th edition, you haven't haven't done a tournament, haven't pulled anything together as yet, get in a team scenario. You can set up scenarios that's slightly more favourable for you as a defending player. You are going to get a plethora of different dispositions versus perhaps if you're going to a tournament, you're probably going to see a lot more take and hold, a lot more purge. To
have a bad time, and also like if you're on the team and your teammates like, please can you be the disruption player?
Yes.
It's not that bad.
Yes.
Like if you go down as defender, they could put your 2 bad matchups of priority assets and recon. Mm-hmm. Maybe they put them both down against you and you have to pick them. But then even in that scenario, you get to pick the army that you like going into and you get to pick the terrain, which is surprisingly important. Like I put a defiler in my list and on PA, some of the maps, you get a staging point in the middle. Actually, you get a staging point behind your expansion. Yeah. And you get a staging point in the middle like this. Yeah. And depending on the map, this is either perfect or you're a little bit exposed.
Yes, exactly. So you've got to tuck something like just here.
Yeah, so getting to pick the map's kind of a big deal as a disruption player. Well, as any player. But
the other thing I would say as well is that I feel like teams like really made me understand how to obfuscate. So like there's a lot, playing solo a lot, you do get into that mindset of like, it's like win or learn or what have you. I think in teams, sometimes you've got to take a bullet. So you'll have your stud. You'll have like a player who you want to be putting up every game, smashing people 20-0s or like whatever else. I think they give Sam just put his knob on the table. Your purge player is probably just going to be.
He missed a game.
He missed a game. Our stud was
still a great score though.
Yeah, exactly.
Was a great score.
But it really teaches you to kind of take the bitter pill sometimes. Yeah. And I think that's such a valuable lesson in 40k. Yeah. I've definitely had some bad matchups in my time. Taking it, I'm not going to get 20-0'd here. How do I play in a way that I offer value to my team? I think it's like a really, really good like way to understand the game as well. And it gives you a more broader understanding of like kind of top table play as well, when you're like, I need to stop my opponent scoring here. Like, how do I play in such a fashion that will. So.
Yeah, I think the thing about disruption is it's supposed to be the disposition that gives the other disposition a primary mission that they didn't build for.
Yes, yeah.
And I don't think it quite achieves that.
No.
Like asking recon to move a unit forward. I think they're quite good at that.
Yeah.
Or like they get points for looking at your units.
Yes, I think it just gives, like I said, I just like the fact that it does make it feel more like solo 40k.
But that's great. A great way to think about teams is like, if I can just stop them doing really well, I've helped my team out, right?
Dr. Fun Ricky, hello. Do you think teams are now going to be mainly 5 players? Well, not if you're going to Super Sixes, but yeah, no, I think they will, but they've also allowed for. They were quite open in the kind of the teams packs talking about. They quite openly talked about, well, if you've got more than 5 players, this is how you manage it.
Yeah.
And then you can only have, one extra of each disposition. So you're still kind of building in a similar way.
Yeah.
I do think...
if Disruption remains the underdog, it's going to feel extra bad if you have to be the Disruption player. And instead of 4 other people getting to play good attachments, it's like 6 other people.
Yeah, no, exactly that.
It makes 4-player very interesting.
Yeah, 4-player might take off if they don't fix Disruption.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. So I do think. But yeah, like I said, if you haven't already, make sure you get yourself to a Teams event very soon.
Yeah.
Great way to learn the new edition. Great time with the lads. Some people might show up for the second day. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great stuff. Tim, should we talk about the FAQ or should we do rules lawyering? I think we should talk about the FAQ.
Let's talk about the FAQ.
Okay. So. Whilst we were setting up today, the FAQ for the 2026 Warhammer Open in Tacoma has dropped. And I say drop, it might be a leak. I think, I'm pretty sure it's like an
It's like a
official drop.
public leak.
I think it's a public leak.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a public leak. So this is, so the thing is there was likely to be a data slate next week / the week after. So when edition launched, there was talk of a data slate every month for the first 3 months, and after that, it would be every 3 months, as has previously happened, unless there's emergency patches and things like that. If they release another Catan, for example. So this is the first kind of official release we've seen. So Tacoma Open is a GW event. What I would like to preface, whatever you want to call it, is the fact that up until this point, we've been kind of led to believe that WTC and UKTC had kind of had direct access to GW up until this point. And so we've seen WTC and UKTC FAQs come out, only a small number of events, realistically speaking. But those FAQs seem to contravene actually quite a lot of what has come out in this official GW FAQ. So, Tim, should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
I think, so this is obviously...
I would like actually an additional caveat.
Okay.
Which is, it has happened before in 10th edition that an official GW event would have an FAQ associated with it, and then when the data slate comes out a week later...
that's different.
It's different, but it is rare. Usually they align. Yeah,
and also, I think it's very clear they've made a very different design decision this edition to ensure the balance team work with the rules team, etc.
It does say here the information herein was developed by the Warhammer 40,000 rules and events teams.
Yes. So
what that means is the events team wrote it and said, "Can you nod on this?"
Exactly. Shouts to the Roberts brothers on that.
Let's breeze through some of them, go into some more detail.
So very quickly, the quick ones: you cannot generate more than 1 CP a turn. That's been clarified.
More than 1 additional CP.
1 additional CP per turn. Sorry, that has been clarified, which we all kind of knew was the case. But again,
I think that's quite big.
Yeah,
it's huge. It means 2. What's the Imperial Agents guy with the wrong trousers?
Kotias.
Yeah, 2
Kotias. You can't do the 2 up. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. You get a CP, you get until someone rolls a 1.
So that's good. Sorry, Grots players.
Yeah. Adjusting the stratagem.
Anything that says you can use a strat for free, it actually means 1 less CP.
Yeah.
This one's big. If you finish a normal move, you can't do any more normal moves that phase.
So this is something that was carried over from 10th, was an FAQ kind of towards the mid part of 10th.
Yeah.
Because of combi lieutenants and reactive moves and Gladius 1 CPs, reactive moves. It's one of those things that I think we all kind of assumed would go in 11th and again, but people kind of gained it a little bit. And there was a lot of talk about your lovely Chaos Spawn. Lots of people trying to do multiple reactive moves, going which, again, let's all take our kind of fedoras off for a second and let's just let's play a fair game. But
so no more double reactive moves, basically.
Stratagems that add a new unit to your army, identical to your destroyed unit.
Yeah, so they've added back the restriction from 10th that if you can resurrect an entire unit or make a copy of, you can only do it once per game.
Yep.
Stratagems can be used more than one phase per turn.
That's kind of like what we expected.
What you expect from 10th.
The big one that I've seen, so there it is right at the top on the right-hand side. Actually, there's two big ones here. The two really big ones are kind of right at the beginning. So stratagems that prevent units from being targeted. So any stratagem that gives you kind of low knock has now been nerfed. So there were examples, well, sorry, not all
quite.
of them. So only the ones that say 12 inches. So
anything that gives you low knock 12 now gives you low knock 18.
Yes, exactly. But there's still a NIDS 6-inch low knock strat that is like, exempt
if you're a
from
NIDS
that.
player, you still get to keep your 6-inch.
Yes.
So to speak, for now.
Yeah.
They've clarified that grenades and explosives are the same. They've clarified that tank shock and crushing impact are the same. They've clarified
Desperate escape tests are just a standard hazardous. But the big one at the top there. So this is the one that Protocol of the Eternal Revenant. So this is the strat that is in Awakened. Yeah, strat that's in Awakened Dynasty. For 1 CP, you can resurrect a character. Now, there's a lot of questions because now, when a unit is attached at the beginning of the game, they continuously stay attached according to current rules. And so, if the bodyguard unit dies, that character still counts as being attached for the benefit of its character rules. Now they've said that if a character is destroyed and is resurrected and the bodyguard unit still remains, that character is no longer attached to the unit. So it comes back with starting strength of 1, and that character now has to run solo, which is quite a big nerf. Well, not a big nerf, but it kind of makes sense. Again, I think I don't want to cheese with like things like that. And I think kind of the reason for that as well is there was a lot of talk that given that if you've just got the character left and you've got a resurrection strat, that you could bring those people back. Right?
Yeah.
So what happens now is that there was a lot of thinking that in reawakening that character, so if you kill all the unit, character dies, you use 1 CP, that character comes back, and then in theory, if that character had a resorb, for example, it could then heal D6, and then when it comes to the reanimation protocols...
Here's why it's so toxic.
Yeah.
This is your Necron's character. These are your bodyguard. And you want to kill this unit, right? So you shoot the bodyguard to death, and then you keep shooting and you kill the character. And then the Necron player...
1 CP brings it back.
But at the end of the phase, so you've got no more shooting you can do.
Exactly.
It goes over to the Necron's turn. They use all their Necron rules to resurrect more bodyguards.
Yes, exactly.
And that's very uninteractive.
It's very uninteractive.
Now, at least, if you kill every single model, they could spend the strat, but it would just be one guy on his own.
Coming back
It also means... you would never ever use this if this guy got precisioned out.
No.
It'd be better to wait for...
Well, you might do. So there are...
Oh, you would because of the next change.
Yes.
Which is, if you ever heal or regain lost wounds or models, they can't be character models. So actually, if you precision a Necron character out of the unit, he can never come back in the unit.
Yes, and I don't think there's any instance in Orcs where you can resurrect the 2-up invuln character with
Makari.
I don't think there's any instance, but what's the pain dot? He resurrects the model, so maybe there was an instance.
It wouldn't matter because he wouldn't have his invuln anymore.
Yes, yeah.
Can the Beast Doctor? He brings back character wounds, but not
character. Yeah, not character.
Does that not break his entire ability? Because his entire thing is bringing back characters' wounds.
Yeah.
Depends how it's worded. I don't know.
Yeah.
Potential.
So yeah. So Desperate Escape test, they've clarified.
So what it says here is you can bring back character wounds, but you can't bring back character models. I don't know if that answers your question, Sam, but...
so there's suddenly the Wraith unit with 2 characters in, precision has great value again.
So, sorry, Necrons. Wasn't talking to you.
No, I'm kind of, sorry, I thought you were
Right, you control an object. So this one here, at the end of each phase and turn, the first thing you do before any other end of phase stuff is determine who holds the point. That means turn 1, if you have a sticky unit, you check that they hold the point. They do, and then you sticky it.
Yeah.
So you can sticky things turn 1. That's why this rule exists. They fixed it so dedicated transports have to have models in them at the start of the game.
Yes, yeah, that was a big thing.
I didn't even notice this bug, but apparently previously rules as written, you could consolidate into engagement range.
Yes, yep.
They fixed that.
Yep.
They've done something with Gene Stealers, which Gene Stealers, the old rule was basically useless.
Yeah.
They
Gene Stealer
fixed
cults,
it.
isn't it? Yeah.
You can bring units back, but they won't have the character in them like it worked before. They've made it so you can put large models near the edge of the board again.
Yes, excluding aircraft. So
Excluding
basically aircraft are dead in 11th edition. We need to be quite candid about that. If you've got an aircraft model that can't set up...
I don't think they are.
No. So...
Sam's cooking up
Sam's good. But you have...
bullshit.
So the thing is, Sam, so if that aircraft model cannot set up within the 6 inches of board edges, which a lot of the good aircraft models are too big for that, they can't shoot, they can't move, they can't do anything, they can't action. So basically all they do is they come in, get shot your opponent's next turn, go off at the end of their turn, come in.
Yeah, but the ones that are going to do well are the bombers.
The bombers.
The bombers.
The bombers.
And they still, I think they work. The Void Raven's really good. There's a little bit of like ideas about the Sunshot
this
bomber.
fixes aircraft. What they're saying is if you're set up as a large model, you can't move or shoot unless you're an aircraft.
Okay.
This fixes aircraft.
Okay. So scrap all of that.
Back
then.
on the
Aircraft
menu,
back in the
boys.
menu.
And we
Aircraft
saw
can shoot. Yeah.
Aircraft are back.
We saw in a preview that orcs are getting a detachment called Flyboys.
Yeah.
Flyboys. I hope this is a Stormboys attachment, but it's probably a Planes attachment.
No, I think it's Stormboys.
I think
it's Stormboys become battle line.
Yeah. So sorry, I don't know about aircraft for fix. Thunderhawk meta.
They've done a bunch of stuff with the frame keyword. I bet there's still things that are wrong in there.
The monolith doesn't get frame anymore, which is quite funny.
Monolith.
Lionel Johnson's got mobile.
Yeah, Lionel Johnson's got mobile.
So does Fulgrim.
Oh, and Gilliman.
So there was the whole thing of mobile. So a lot of the Primarchs couldn't move through walls. Now they can. That's good to hear because otherwise they're completely
good for them.
Nonsense.
And now my favourite one, which I've been arguing about on WhatsApp too.
Yes. This is big. This is big because, again, a lot of talk about streamlining the game, particularly when it came to shoot phase, whatever else, cover.
Right.
Yes. Right.
Hand me a beer.
Beer.
About to get serious. We're doing some proper. This is a great FAQ. I'm very excited about it. It's actually terrible. It makes the game slower, but whatever.
Yeah.
So what they've clarified is, let's say these Age of Sigmarines have guns.
Yeah. Age of Sigmar JPIs.
They have guns, right?
Yeah. Mind bullets.
Yes.
Okay. What we have to do is position them in such a way. We actually need a smaller model for behind the wall. They want to shoot this guy with a flag.
Yeah.
Right? Put him over there. Pretend this.
So that I can see them a bit better. Move the beers to the right. A little less.
A little less. Cool.
Like that? Yeah. And on this?
Right down the barrel right now. Yeah.
Okay. This unit wants to shoot this unit. This guy has a clean line of sight to this entire model. Not one part of this model is obscured by these terrain beer cans. This guy, however, can only see part of him. So from his perspective, he does not have cover. From his perspective, he does have cover.
No, the assumption here was that because it wasn't relevant to the whole unit, because that's not given cover by the whole unit, it would have no cover whatsoever, wasn't it? And that's the way that
that's how lots of people interpreted it.
Yep.
I argued till 1 in the morning on WhatsApp with our friends that it works like they've vindicated me.
Yeah.
So they have confirmed that you have to split these attacks because they now have different ballistic skills because he is suffering -1 ballistic skill. Yeah. So you have to roll him separately from him.
Yeah. Which is weird because the problem I have with this
is it slows the game down.
Well, no, it's not just that because of the way that the shooting phase is sequenced, you look at your profile, your weapon profile, and you gather dice for that profile, right?
Yep.
But what this kind of does is it means you go a couple of steps down the sequence, establish that unit has cover, and therefore you are going almost back to that first step and saying, well, the ballistic skill is different.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
You know,
but
it kind
it's
of breaks,
actually,
yeah.
but it's fine. You do.
No, it is
you
fine.
do still.
Yeah, again, I think what they really cleaned up the sequencing part in 11. You know, it's like 1.1, 1.21, and this kind of goes against that a little bit. I think they just need to make it a little bit clearer as to how how the mechanic of cover works, and hopefully the FAQ, the real FAQ, will do that. But yeah.
But the reason I think it's
so no more Johnny out the back.
The thing is, the other way is like. You can remove cover from an entire unit by just kind of bringing one guy.
Yes, yeah.
Or you can deny yourself, you can give your opponent cover by having one guy who's still like behind a wall. Or
yeah, exactly.
And that's bad, I think. So, yeah, it does mean you have to split your attacks and it slows the game down. But yeah, be careful of that. You've got to determine model by model whether the unit you're shooting at has cover. But then it is still true that if any model in that unit doesn't have cover, then the shooting model doesn't have the penalty of cover applied to it.
One of the things, so for those who saw this weekend, probably the first super major of 11th edition happened, the Birmingham super major. Now, not to slag off UKTC here, but there was quite a lot of discourse around the terrain and mats or like templates. So a lot of the templates didn't have the nubbins on. A lot of the terrain, there were people having to use card boxes as the solid bit of terrain in these things because there wasn't, exactly, because it wasn't present on the table. Now I understand it's a new edition and they're starting off with us, but I do think the nubbin thing relative to this ruling is a kicker. That I think it's a big deal because there's a lot of instances on layouts, for example, where we'll take these two guys as the same unit. There's a lot of instances on layouts where even with small bases, you can do this. You can tow on two pieces, still maintain the 2 inches between your unit, and kind of like string go but.
I think they kissed.
Make the models kiss.
So this ruling actually plays into that quite a lot as well. So, I think tournament organisers, if you haven't got these layouts, if you haven't got your little nubbins, it's actually going to curb the game quite a bit.
Yeah.
It makes a difference. It makes a big difference having, from going from this kind of layout, setup, to suddenly not having that, where you've got two guys arse out in the middle, and your kind of unit is like this. So hopefully there'll be sufficient changes at tournament like setups, layouts that it allows that, because
it does, because you can. It's like you're saying, you can. I want to tow on this objective, so maybe I have one guy touching and everyone else strung back like this, and maybe these guys, you come over here to try and strip cover from me, but these guys are far away and they have the hidden rule. But we're pretending they're still on the point, right? And this guy actually doesn't. Because of this.
Yes, But also that whole unit would be obscured by that. If the guy is on the exact same line as that and the model comes here, draws a line, then technically they're obscured. It makes a big difference. In the chat,
nubbin here.
Yeah, Dr. Fun Ricky got a link for this new doc. So it's flying around in Discords, WhatsApps, etc. at this moment in time, like all the 40k groups that we're in. So I'm sure you will see it very, very soon if you're in like relative WhatsApp groups, etc. Simred86, does that mean different BS must be treated as a different attack weapon for the grouping thing? Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So this is
it's quite clear in the gather attacks step that the definition of identical attacks includes having the same ballistic skill. Yeah. And so,
but again, because you don't define having cover at that point. I feel it just makes it needlessly complicated.
It's a little weird how it's worded, but cover is quite clear that the attack. You have the benefit of cover against that attack.
Yes, yeah.
So
exactly.
You collect your dice before you do that.
Simred,
it's weird.
Yeah, when you're grouping your attacks, you consider cover at that point, but it just doesn't quite fit into the sequence. Yeah, as it happens.
Imagine you have a character who has two guns, and they're exactly the same gun, but one of them ignores cover. Yeah. Right. If you were shooting a unit in cover, you would check at that stage whether ignores cover does anything. Yeah. And it does, because they have cover. And so you would split the gun into two attack piles. Yeah. But if you were shooting that same character into a unit that doesn't have cover anyway, you would just roll them together.
Yeah.
That is in the rules that you should do that.
Exactly.
So it's still true for a unit, like, because it's on the attack. Now, I've described a character with 2 different guns. One has ignore cover and one doesn't. But it's the same if you've got a unit with 2 models and one can see the whole thing and the other one can't.
Exactly. That's cool. And I think, so the only other big thing that I've really seen from this FAQ...
there's loads of big things.
Well, the really, really big one that was a huge talking point is it was inferred that if you had an epic hero in a unit and that unit could take an enhancement, so if you have unit enhancements now, this is the bottom one down here, this one here, I can't see what there it is, just there. So now you can, now you can give a unit upgrade and attach it to an epic hero, which...
You still can't give an epic hero model and enhancement, but you can attach the epic hero to a unit that has an enhancement.
Yeah, that is going to make Eldari really quite good.
Well, that's just how it works in 10th.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the same cycle over and over again. The knife is, there's a few, Eldari enhancement epic hero kind of pairings that are going to be
This is quite significant. You have to declare you're taking to the skies before rolling your charge.
Oh, okay.
That's a big deal.
Secrecy. Although,
because if you had 2 units that are both 6 inches away, but one is behind a wall, what I'd like to do is roll the dice. And if I roll an 8, I declare I'm taking to the skies and I go over here. But if I roll a 6, I just go over here. But it turns out you can't do that. You've got to declare and then...
No, exactly. Although what I keep forgetting...
Because if you declare and then roll a 6, you now can't get into either of them.
Yeah, you can't get into either of them. The thing that I keep forgetting is that monsters and vehicles don't care about infantry. They just kind of stomp through them. So I've been playing Demon Princes quite a bit. Now I'm back on EC and I kept being like, take to the sky. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just move through them. It's cool. If you're
fighting in a piece of terrain there, right? So
like, usually
you have to go through a wall anyway.
I mean, it's just the screening piece just has 0 value now versus a Demon Prince.
Let's zoom through some other ones. There's some stuff about CPs which you can read for yourself. It's not that interesting. They've confirmed you can't turn one uppy downy. There's the weird. Okay, I think the Khan is important that we talk about.
Yeah, the Khan and the Rhino thing.
This is my least favourite one.
So, on this makes 0 sense. So it's another one that has come up quite a bit in like conversations about how kind of 11th interactions are a bit strange.
I disagree with this rule.
Yeah, I disagree with this rule as well, because it just seems to contravene itself.
Shall I run through it?
Yes. Zoom right in on it. Let's get it right up big on the screen. Let's get it huge.
Khan the Betrayer has a rule that says if he's attached and his unit is not in engagement range...
At the end of the turn, isn't it?
At some point.
At the end of the charge phase.
Who cares when it is? He does mortals to his own unit. And the question is, if he's in a Rhino with his unit and he's attached, is he in the Rhino doing mortals to his mates? And
previous to this, just to clarify as well, so previous to this, the rule does say if you have to make a measurement in order to ascertain whether a rule like that, like an interaction like that happens, then it doesn't happen. So engagement range is a measurement.
It says in the rules for being off the battlefield, or not on the battlefield, that you cannot measure to or from the unit. Now that means you can't check if he's in engagement range.
And you can't be in engagement range.
It's undefined. Like, I know that we can look at the model and go, well, I know they're not engagement range because they're in a transport. But to actually prove that, like if it was a rigorous mathematical proof, it would be undefined. You can't measure. He could be 2 inches away from another unit. You don't know.
So exactly. So this, within the restrictions specified by the ability itself, embarked units are not on the battlefield, so any ability requiring a visibility or measurement to another unit will fail. But then it says that Khan the Betrayer is attached to a Khorne Berserker's unit and embarked within a transport. Khan's the Betrayer ability will activate as it has no requirement to be on the battlefield and requires no visibility or measurement to another unit.
True.
But that's not true. Because engagement range is a measurement of 2 inches. So this is It's definitely a little bit, I like the fact, if anyone's seen the Wolverine versus Deadpool film when they're fighting in a car, that is what Khan is doing. Yeah. He's like bouncing heads off of like steering wheels. There's a little Christmas tree air freshener getting inside the Rhino.
I mean, like from the lore perspective, he should be mad about not being in combat, whether or not he's in a car. Yeah. So
exactly. But it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Bad times.
So I disagree with that one. Yeah. I wonder if that'll change, but we'll see.
Yeah. Any other big ones, chat? Anything else you want to call out?
Yeah, this one
helped your army of.
This one came up in our group chats. Blade Guard can re-roll invulnerable saves of 1.
Yeah. So
how does that work?
Yeah. So I'm looking at this moment in time, my Marines. Shouts to Callum. I'm getting my Marines back next week. I want to take 6 Blade Guard vets, a lieutenant, and Tiggy, because Tiggy, fantastic, psychics, ignore mods, etc. BGVs with Tiggy, if they're in cover, and particularly now the clarification has been made around the cover rule, means they're predominantly going to be -2 to hit, because Tiggy makes them -1 to hit, and they'll always be in cover, so -1 ballistic skill. However, in that unit, the BGV's ability says that when invulnerable saves are made for this unit, you re-roll invuln saves of a 1. Now, in that unit, you have 6 BGVs, you have a lieutenant who does not have an invuln, and you have Tiggy who does. So we were talking about, well, if seeing it as your fast-rolling saves now, how many, say you had a scenario where you got a 3 damage weapon going into that unit, let's say 12 for the sake of just like ease of example. If I roll 8 1s in that scenario, how many 1s do I re-roll?
You get to re-roll.
Well, yeah, but the thing is though, if the sequencing would be, in that instance, it would go unit, lieutenant who doesn't have an invuln.
Yeah.
Right, and then Tiggy who does. So in theory, if 6 fail, then the BGVs are dead, and the lieutenant no longer has. So do I just re-roll the first 6? And then do I take? Yeah, that was the
question.
That was the contest.
But what they've clarified is when you roll, you basically assume all the dice are going on the first allocation group, which in this case would be the Blade Guard. So you get to re-roll all the 1s.
All the 1s, which is great.
But if you had, I don't know if you can do this. Can you attach Wardens of Ultramar to Blade Guard?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
So let's say you had 1 Warden of Ultramar left with no. Well, it doesn't matter what his save is, right? He's got no. It does
Wardens,
matter.
Yeah, you've got.
So he's got no invuln, so he's a different allocation group.
Yeah.
If you declare that he's the first allocation group, you get to re-roll none of your 1s because they'd all assume to be his.
Well, also in Wardens, you have 1 4-up invuln on the Blade Guard guy.
Yeah.
You have 1 5-up invuln on like the guard style characters. Yeah. So that unit has now become very, very good. So not that it wasn't already great in Taken Hold, but yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what that means, what does that mean for heavy... there's a really funny interaction. Heavy intercessors get +1 to their saves.
Yep.
This FAQ says they only get it to normal saves, not to armor saves, not invulnerable saves. But they're all the same thing now because it's just a save roll.
Yeah, just a save roll.
And you check every type of save you have.
Yeah.
This FAQ says ignore any references to it being a specific type of save roll. Oh. So I ignore the fact that it says armor, and you, if for BGV, also ignore the fact that it says invulnerable.
Because you can't take invulnerable saves as an option anymore. You have to take them. Right?
So we ignore that. Yeah. So I just get +1 to my save rolls. So if I've got 1 heavy intercessor left and a captain with a 4-up invuln, I get +1 to my save rolls. I roll all my dice. I +1 to all of them. I kill the heavy intercessor, and now any 3-ups are saved by the captain's 4-up invulnerable save. Yeah. That's funny, and they did not intend that.
No, they did not intend that. Rob's shouted out, like I said, Warden is a bad example as a bodyguard unit, so get targeted after the BGV.
That's a great point, Rob.
Well, but they kind of are not. So they get the support keyword, but they don't have character. But you assign saves relative to defensive profiles. If you want to, you can assign
if they don't have the character keyword.
So in that instance, you put the BGVs first, and you're still re-rolling all 1s. So yeah, it's still like it's a strange interaction, to be fair, but
The only other interesting one I want to talk about is Fight on Death.
Yeah.
So the way Fight on Death is worded now, what are you giggling at?
So I just said press F to date chat.
Yeah.
Well, what were we dating there, Sam?
You getting your army back.
Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry.
That's all right. So Fight on Death is now worded like basically don't remove the model till the end of the phase.
Yes.
That's basically how it's worded.
Yep.
So that means if you charge me and kill me, I don't remove my model, which means you can't do it. You can't consolidate. You can't overrun fight.
You can't overrun
because you're still engaged. They've just confirmed that is how it works.
Yeah.
Which
So
makes
Fight on Death strats are fantastic.
Fight on Death is very powerful.
And this is why I'm going to Gladius and not Blades, just FYI.
Yeah. Wise. I think that's everything that's interesting from the FAQ.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
There was the beacon thing. That's kind of interesting.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the beacon's secondary now. So if you're
I can't believe this needed an FAQ.
Yes.
It tells you exactly what to do. You pick a unit when you draw the card.
Yeah.
And if it dies, it's not on the battlefield. You can't score it. Sorry.
So should we? This will segue very nicely into your rules lawyer section, I do believe, Tim. So if we transition to Tim being rules lawyer here. So you were talking about the fact that beacon, the wording of beacon states.
Oh no! Look, don't jump the gun here. Let me start with a question.
Okay.
Let me start with a question.
Right.
So, I love rules lawyering.
Yeah.
It brings me great joy. I think I like it more than the game itself.
Yeah. As long as you enjoy it, Tim.
And so I've made a channel on the Discord, and you can ask me questions there, and I'll probably answer most of them on Discord, but the most interesting ones we can go through together.
Yeah, on the pod.
On the pod.
Yeah.
Now, Greg, love you, Greg.
Big up, Greg.
Has asked, because this happened to him in an event. He has the beacon secondary, which says, well, no, he's got the beacon secondary. He chooses a Necron infantry character unit. That can be this guy as the beacon. He then dies. He spends a CP to resurrect him. Does he score beacon? That's a good question.
It's a very good question.
And we're going to go through it.
Yes.
And we're going to go through it. We're going to start by looking at the rules for beacon.
Sam, bring the screen up, please.
And what's fun about this is this rule is wrong and it's impossible to score.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to answer Greg's question anyway, assuming that this is written correctly. So it says, when drawn, draw my card, select one friendly unit on the battlefield, my Necron infantry character unit, or embark within a transport to be your beacon unit. So I draw my card in the command phase, obviously. That always happens in the command phase. This guy is my beacon unit. And then it says, at the end of my opponent's turn or the end of the battle, if my beacon unit is on the battlefield, I get some points. Now, the reason this card is literally impossible to score is because this being a beacon unit is a persisting effect. It's the same as Oath of Moment. When you select an Oath of Moment target, you give it a persisting effect. Oath of Moment says it's your Oath of Moment target until your next command phase. Beacon doesn't say that. It just is it. And what they've clarified what happens for persisting effects here. If a rule or effect is given to a unit and does not specify how long it's active for, it is only active for the phase in which it was given. Which means
a beacon unit loses beacon at the end of the command phase.
Yeah, rules is written. This unit gains beacon in your command phase and then loses at the end of your command phase. So it can never be your beacon unit at the end of your opponent's turn. That's impossible. This cannot be scored. I'm sorry.
So the secondary needs some extra wording in order to make it work.
But let's assume it says until the end of the game that unit is your beacon unit. The question is, if it dies and comes back, do you score the points? So to answer that, we have to know what happens when a unit dies. And that's actually really simple. It just leaves the battlefield. I think it says...
it was also kind of says that in the FAQ that was just released today, right? Kind of gave it some beef.
All that happens really is it leaves the battlefield. It doesn't... Nothing else happens. It doesn't say remove any effects they have on them or anything. It says they can't use their abilities or be selected or targeted by rules. but we're not selecting him for a rule.
No, it's already selected.
It's already done, yeah. And there is also, in persisting effects, a clarification that if a unit leaves the battlefield, you make a note of its effects, and they keep them.
Yeah.
So this unit leaves the battlefield when it's killed, and then you spend a strat to put it back on the battlefield.
Yeah, exactly.
So it keeps the beacon keyword.
Yeah.
You
And
get
it
to
should
score
score
the
beacon.
points. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my ruling. Sorry, Sam.
There is a gavel en route. Max did promise that he would get you a gavel if you beat him at the teams event. And
I might buy a wig as well, you know, like a barrister's wig.
Not in this bloody
Not in July.
Exactly.
No, not in the seat.
We'll save the wig for winter.
Yes, no, exactly. Protocol of the Eternal Revenant got the FAQ today, so glad that.
Yeah, that doesn't. I was worried that would affect the rules lawyer segment, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay,
No.
go on. What's the next one then, sir?
That's it. That's the.
Oh, that's it. Okay,
That's it.
that's the big one. That is the big one.
I only singled out one for rules lawyer corner.
Okay, all right. We'll do one each week. So if you're in the Discord, please.
Unless anyone wants to super chat a rules question right now.
Yeah.
And then I'll answer it.
Yes. No. Exactly that. My favourite one, just from us trying to find like little weird bits for the rule lawyer section.
That's Callum, right?
Yeah.
Callum's asked, if they are in a transport, can they score or do they need to disembark? That's easy to answer.
Because they don't count as being on the battlefield.
Beacon says your beacon unit is on the battlefield.
Yes, yeah.
So
it does what it says.
It has to disembark.
My favourite one that came out from us looking at this as we were looking at like weird interactions and stuff and whatever else. Heavy. So given that you can move 3 inches now and still get heavy, you can fall back and get heavy. So let's just say that this unit, for whatever reason, if you've got 2 big lumps in engagement range of each other, this one has heavy. That unit can now fall back 2.1 inches and get the heavy.
Shoot with heavy.
Yeah, still get heavy, so +1 to hit. But it also means that you can advance and get heavy. So there are certain army rules. So again, back on my EC at the moment, if I advance or fall back with any of my Emperor's Children battle line units, they get +1 strength. Now, I haven't got any weapons that have got heavy.
shooting as well?
Yeah, shooting and melee, right?
Ridiculous.
So if I have, I was like
running
going
so
through,
fast the bullets come out.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. So in theory, in that essence, I could advance 2.9 inches, get +1 strength if I had a heavy weapon, and still get +1 to hit. So yeah, heavy is.
To be clear, advances still move up to, right? It hasn't changed anything like that.
Move up to, so you just roll the dice and then you can move up to that amount. So you can, I could just say I'm advancing.
You roll the advance. To be clear, you still need the ability to advance and shoot or fall back and shoot.
Yes, yeah, you do indeed.
Heavy doesn't give you that.
No, heavy doesn't give you that. But if you've got assault, if you've got assault and heavy intercessors have got assault and heavy.
You know what else you can do? No, it doesn't. What does Take to the Skies do?
Takes off 2 inches from your movement.
Removes 2 inches from your movement.
It doesn't. It counters as having.
It lets you ignore vertical distance.
Yeah, lets you ignore vertical distances.
Yeah,
so you could get on top of something, get heavy,
plunging fire and heavy.
Yeah.
Are they both hit? Which one of them ballistic skill?
Heavy is hit.
Heavy is hit.
Plunging fire is ballistic skill.
Yeah.
Well then.
So so that would be ignores cover basically.
Yeah.
So cool. Thanks for that, Tim. Great. Like I said, Rules Lawyer is a new section.
So
if you've got some weird stuff, please go into the Discord there. We are going to do our hobby corner now as well. Thank you again, everyone. Shouts to the lads who got their prize a couple of weeks back as well for their contributions to Hobby Corner when we had a few weeks off because of various different big events like what have you. Can you pop it onto a roof and still keep heavy? Yeah, in theory you can, Harry. Because again, it ignores vertical distances. So
if you fly up onto the roof, you could trigger heavy.
Yeah, you could trigger heavy and plunging fire at the same time.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. Kind of nuts.
Yeah.
But only fly. All right, cool. So Tim.
Hobby corner time?
Hobby corner time.
All right. We're going to start where we left off. And as always, every week, Paddy Mix here with a beautiful hobby corner entry.
Yeah.
I think these are
Knights on bikes.
Knights on bikes. These are
GSC.
These are GSC models,
yeah.
which he said counts at Oh no. Okay, Mutant Bike Gang counts as GSC.
Yeah.
How sick are these?
It's great.
Like
Love the quads.
What I'm amazed about with Paddy Mick is he's got so many armies and they're all like completely
amazing.
unique.
Yeah,
I don't mean
exactly.
just unique from his other armies, but unique from everyone else's armies. Just very cool. And also, he's done a great thing here, which is make terrain out of like fantasy terrain, like 40k 11th edition terrain. This works, right? Like you need to be a little bit.
Still better than UKTC terrain.
You get creative about it. At least it's on the board.
Yeah, exactly.
It is crazy that like you could play on this, and it's very similar to the game that I've been playing.
Yeah.
And it's a completely different looking battlefield. This is what Warhammer used to look like. Back when the Grim Darkness of the Far Future was the Windows XP background.
Yeah, exactly that. You had hills that were like, you had your hot wire and you'd carve out a polystyrene and then you'd flock it and you'd be like, that's done.
That's cool as heck. I want to play.
Not enough spiky foam cactuses though.
Yeah. It was just a piece of polystyrene, circular piece of polystyrene with cocktail sticks going through it. And that was like a grim dark bush.
Premium terrain, that's Tyranids.
No one likes a grim dark bush.
I love the Grim Dark Bush. Right, we've got. Is Paimon a new name in Hobby Corner?
I think it is. Welcome.
This looks like human
GPIs. It's
Because they said these were Vespid.
Vespid, yeah.
So human Tau.
Human Tau.
I've always thought that Tau, like some humans would join the greater good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's loads of them.
Loads of them?
Yeah,
well, they
loads
should
of
have
them.
models.
They show models.
Oh, and they have some models right here, and they're awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm sure these counts as Vespid.
Yeah,
it counts as Vespid, I reckon.
I feel like if you should have like a human, like when people have like picture them fishing on their Tinder profile. That's the interaction between Tau and humans, right? You got like the fish lips and the human.
A quarter whopper.
Yeah, called a whopper. Cool, sorry.
Right.
Very niche reference.
Okay, so that one's unpounded. Last pod, we were impressed with the speed of execution on their army and stuff. They basically put the last like.
Shouts to Brennan, Brandon, Bromley, Brennan. Shouts to Brennan.
They've put the polishing touches on all this stuff, like base them up. Oh, and I remember.
Blue rims.
Yeah, they have blue rims. It's really
rims.
cool.
That's so blueberry.
Yeah. Very,
Love
very.
that.
I can't believe you finished all this already. I haven't even got my orcs bases off of Nick yet. I just got sprues in a box.
Starting to feel like I might be the problem.
Not only will you not paint your own models, you're preventing me from painting my models. These are sick. Love them. I really want this unit.
I think they're a good little 70-point unit in Marines at the moment. If you're priority assets, like having a little 70-point T6, 3 up save, like
it's just weird to have a 70-point unit in Marines anyway, right?
Yeah,
these guys
true.
have 3 wins each. Sick.
Like great.
And they probably do like a little bit of damage to a unit, right? They're two wins each. Right?
Oh yeah, like anything hoardy, like recon
or
games,
scouts.
They
kill some scouts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or JPIs, something like that.
70 points.
Scouts.
You know what? Sometimes you take 120. You take 3 Inceptors, and the thing you want most is the good Overwatch.
Yeah.
So for 70 points for the same Overwatch, basically, I'll take it. I like that a lot. Tim, not me, Timbo.
Tim Burton.
So Tim Burton has sold loads. He's a great painter. He's got loads of beautiful armies. He's sold almost all of them, and he said he's gonna like collect more like historical war game stuff. Maybe play
it's all about action.
But I think this is funny. He tried to sell his custodes, and then whoever he sold them to was like, "Can you pay me some more?"
He got an extra commission off the back of it.
So
I mean, that's great work.
He tried to like de-40k his life and ended up with more 40k work.
But more money.
But look how good they look.
Yeah. Studies for profit.
Yeah. Very, very nice.
Always like silver stones as well.
Oh, and all the dreadnoughts. When you when GW said you'd be able to play.
Oh, the Custodes bikes lost frame in the FAQ
that
as well.
seems correct.
Big change.
They had frame.
Yes, they had frame.
But they are mounted.
Yes.
Yeah, that seems like a mistake, right? Right, our boy Dingle Dangles. Very cool new land speeder. Not a bit disappointed it's not a horse.
Yeah, I feel like it could have been flying. It could have been a Pegasus, right?
Could have been a flying
like a
horse.
chariot.
Yeah.
But it does look very cool, so I'll allow it.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Thank you,
cool.
Ian. As always, thank you, sir.
Nice work. Oh, who's this?
Hey! It's one is Calgar in plot armor.
Whose Ultramarines are these? I mean, Callum's very good at painting.
It's really-
Didn't we see this exact model last time?
No, it wasn't finished last time.
Oh, thank you, Paddy Mick, for the beer money.
Oh, thank you very much, Paddy Mick. Love you, sir. We
You
need
could have had
beer.
a rules question
We could have had a
answered.
rules question, but
Yeah.
I mean, we completed it.
Yeah.
We solved all the problems in the game, so that's fine. Thank you, Paddy Mick.
I'm not going to dwell on this too much, because what I'm hoping is next pod you will have these models in person and you can bring them in.
There's going to be 2,000 points of Ultramarines in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
3,400.
Damn.
What's happened here? Someone's painting. Oh,
Painting stuff on sprue.
I like it when people do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do you like the framing?
Yeah. Very cool. How do you? Oh, I guess you just prime the whole sprue, right?
Yeah.
Odd looking sprue.
It is a bit weird.
It
I
is
think that's
an odd
like
looking-
model of the month.
Someone smoothed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, model of the month one.
Smooth sprue.
That's a shapely sprue.
Oh yeah, we should. I mean, we've just looked at this, but it now has a Terminator on the base.
Yeah, which is great.
Which is great.
Which is great.
Love that.
Yeah.
I think you should get Power Fist attacks for modelling a Terminator.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How many Terminators can you fit on a land speeder base?
FAQ.
I
What
mean,
does
if
it
you have
mean?
them carrying it, right?
Yeah, like a
Loads.
sedan chair.
Yeah.
That'd be
Chuck
amazing.
Chuck it at the enemy. Like a bar mitzvah.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Um,
Bob has been updating Librarian.
Rob, I know you're in chat. How many points of Space Marines do you have now?
Mr. I will never collect Space
Yeah.
Marines. How many points have you got?
God, I'm so sweaty. We're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
get
very
through these.
warm. It is very warm. We'll get through this.
This is just a cool, this really improves the model, I think.
It's got the same helmet as that new Victrix character that got announced this week. Because Blood Angels players were playing the 11th
Very
edition.
cool.
Love that.
Very cool. There's a sad dog.
Yes.
Zach. Oh, do we have not videos? No. Okay, let's play a cool video.
What's that doing? Oh, look at that.
God, I think we've seen this before, but it's so good.
Oh, I almost stepped on that explosion there.
Oh yeah, he shared. I can't remember if it was on Instagram or on our Discord, so I'll just let this play a little bit. Just so cool. What an army. Great basing.
We've got trio plus
And he like
Shouts to the ABR boys.
Zach models all these towels.
Bob said he's got 18,000 points of Marines.
That is outrageous.
Surely not.
That is
It
outrageous.
disgusts me.
In the space of how long,
Noob.
Rob?
Oh, Rob.
I'm going to jam a heart there.
Yeah. There's a very cool Space Wolves character,
It's a big boss.
Big Boss Boy,
So this is the new Armageddon captain.
but with way more fur.
He looks
Yeah.
looks great.
He looks sick.
great.
See, someone was asking about sculpting fur. It's very achievable.
It's very achievable. The way I recommend doing it
looks
as
good.
well is roll a sausage, roll a really thin sausage. So lay some
Like
flat
a-
green
like
stuff. Green stuff.
A Bratwurst or a
No, like a super thin. No,
Frankfurter?
like super thin. So like
Like a
wafer
chipolata.
thin. Wafer thin
Chipolata,
sausage.
right,
Chipolata.
yeah.
Yeah, like the thinnest of sausages. And then what you do is inevitably at the end you have like a tapered part. So just cut that bit off, and then take your scalpel and press in the middle of that piece of that triangle, and then lay that onto a flat surface, and that is a little piece of fur, and just repeat that over and over and over again, and you'll be surprised how uniform you can get it. I did it for my.
God, that sounds time consuming.
It is time consuming.
I'll tell you what I do. I roll out a thin sheet of green stuff.
Yeah.
I lay it over where I want the fur to be, and then I get a cocktail stick, and I just
go do 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 do. Yeah.
And the first layer will look more like chainmail than fur, but you just keep repeating it, and the texture builds up.
I've seen great success with both. It's very good
have you?
techniques, boys.
Right, go home and do both techniques and tell me and Nick who's better.
Yeah, come back
Who's
to
better at?
to Hobby Corner. But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic.
sick, yeah.
I really like. That's the one thing that New Wolves lost a little bit is those amazing wolf vents on the backpacks. So
Yeah.
good, so good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thank you for that, Dak and Dad.
I
do
just-
believe he's added a little bit more of the
yeah.
shield and stuff.
Oh yeah, so Brandon, Captain Brandon, the king of
Votan.
is maybe repainting his whole army because he's discovered this really cool scheme, which is like quite
Ash
simple to
dwarves.
achieve. Yeah, ash dwarves with glowy lava bits. I think it looks amazing.
That's really good.
It's really
and
good.
I think what he's
How's that
doing as well, so rather than repainting his army, he's printing a whole new one, selling the previously painted army. But then, what he can do is just like basically go be battle ready for tournaments,
Yeah.
and then replace units as he goes, which I think is quite
Smart,
a good way to do it.
Okay.
Paddy Mick with
Paddy Mick
a
return.
huge banner.
That's a big banner.
Look at that!
I used to own this little cheeky model.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's sick.
So this
love
is
a
his
banner.
counts as the new banner boy.
Banner boy, yeah.
Armageddon.
It's just old orcs are so funny.
Yeah,
this is
they're
cool.
great.
He's got his little feet out. Little feet. Great work. Here's a little. Are we going to show?
Yeah,
teaser?
let's show my Marines. Let's show my ultras.
Nick's army incoming. That's a lot of blue.
And also, like, I feel like I've built a really, really nice list from.
Well, there he is, Wraithbone Chinos.
Yeah, Wraithbone Chinos. There's Kato and his
there's
fantastic
the non-metallic
metallic metal.
There's
a couple of kitbatch captains. There's my lieutenant that we spoke about.
Pete Tench in Terminator armor.
Yeah. Lots of kitbash JPIs.
I like that guy in. If you just scroll past him.
Which one?
This JPI is doing a karate kick. This guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got. And then I've got the John Wick guy doing this guy here. It's just doing a.
Oh yeah, Mr. Pistol. Yeah.
The
outrageous. That Impulsor in particular is.
Yeah. The also me doing all my me and Callum spoke at length about me demanding that my Phobos be in black, basically, with the one blue arm is
cool. Oh, we love a Vashtor.
Look at him.
That is sick.
This is
Adam.
Adam from
Mind
Goblins Adam, who I met at ITT. Lovely lad.
These are like grimdark Wraithbone Chinos.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Look at the painted muscle texture, musculature, the lines. Very, very cool.
Stratiation, what it was called?
Stracciatelli.
Vashtor Stracciatelli.
This is cool as
amazing.
Heck.
Great work. As
really
always,
nice.
Adam.
The colours are like simple but striking.
That is like a really good.
Right?
That is a really good bright grim dark palette.
Yeah.
Grim dark can sometimes feel like a little bit faded and
muted.
Yeah, muted. This is like really, really strong. It lets the vibrant colours pop, but everything else still has like a place on the model. So like great work, Adam. Fantastic work.
Love the gimp mask. That's sick.
Harry's just said in the chat, new Blood Angels Terminators, hopefully Rumour or Copium. Tacticus just released a new BA Terminator. I mean, it's bound to happen at some point. The Blood Angels release, people were slightly disappointed with the Blood Angels release.
It was rubbish.
They
keep announcing Ultramarines.
Yeah, I am a fan of the new what they called, the Golden Lads. Sanguinary Guard. I quite like the new Sangard. I like the fact they got a muted aesthetic and they look.
I thought you meant the Armageddon stuff.
No, the Armageddon stuff.
Blood Angels.
I do think that it does mean that it's heralding quite a good new release wave for Blood Angels this edition.
Yeah, I'd like
so BA Terminators. 10th was supposed to be the edition of Terminators. There have been some very interesting Terminator-based detachments for quite a few armies as 11th has rolled around. I think that might mean that there's quite a few new Termies coming. So fingers crossed.
Hope so.
Blood Angel Terminators. Tim, show us your Defiler.
Oh yeah, we're up to me.
You're up to you.
Okay, this is work in progress, but I've committed to one Defiler in my list.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually bothering to finish one. Yeah, I reckon I'll finish it this weekend. The head is the same model that I use for my Beast of Nurgle, so it ties into the theme. Yeah.
And you've got there's not enough mushrooms for me at the moment. I feel like you need some mushrooms like.
Well, they are, but they're not painted.
I feel like you need like mushrooms growing out of these like the knee joints and stuff. I think.
The thing is, this pink is mushroom. That's the canon.
Okay.
All the demon flesh is made of mushroom.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. It'll once I paint it up, you'll see.
Yeah.
And I will.
I will
cover it in grasses and plants.
I like that he's outside as well. Where did you take him? Did he go on a little trip?
Took the Defiler to the local calf.
It's just my back garden. But pro tip.
Doxed.
Outdoor lighting, but not direct sunlight, is how you should focus.
Yes, that's very true. Very true.
Cool. That's me. Oh yeah. So here was just Zach showing like his process a little bit.
Yeah. So is that like he
3D
models all of his stuff.
Yeah, and then prints it. And then paints it incredibly well.
Yeah. Full like miniature
creator. Annoyingly talented, you might say. Very nice, Zach. Very well.
We've got Bob's New Sisters. I played this week. We had a very, very good game.
So poor Rob, the paint he used for his sisters got discontinued, so now he's having to repaint the whole army.
Yes.
But this is a very cool scheme, so
yeah, no, it does look really, really nice.
I welcome it. Yeah.
Love green and purple is always a great combination.
Yeah, very cool.
But yeah, it was nice to see those on the table this week. We had a fantastic game.
And we were chatting about this, and he said, "What would you change if anything?" And I said, "The only thing I would change is I would make the head more." I didn't like this darker thing because you want the head to be bright.
Yes, yeah, and the head should be a focal point.
Yeah, well, I think he said just the eyes would be fine.
Well, he said he's got a load of.
Yeah, I gave him a load of hooded heads.
So they'll be purple, and that will be cool.
Yes, that'll make it pop, and it will you'll have a nice line from like the loincloth up to the shoulder cloth up to the head as well.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's some of Tim Burton's Bolt action stuff. Very cool. They have that like 3rd edition.
Huge head.
Big head.
Yeah, like bobblehead. Yeah. Mr. Garrison.
Catachans.
Yeah, they look like Brando.
But they're cool. I like them. Oh, and here's me again. So me and Sam and Chris got together again and spent a day making orcs out of toys. So I finished off Thomas the Crump Engine, which is
great.
This giant. I'll show you how big it is from the side. Look, this is my truck. It's so big.
It's huge.
It's like this.
And what have you used here?
These are 2 toys.
Yeah.
And loads and loads of orc bits.
Yeah.
So there's like, it's not all orc bits. Loads of Games Workshop plastic, some plasticard, some resin from Ramshackle Games in Nottingham, a grot that Chris gave me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Layers.
Layers and layers.
Lots to it.
And then texture paint to make it look rusted and cover up that.
I see. Yeah, to cover the gaps.
Toy plastic.
Yeah, very, very smooth plastic relative to like what you do.
This I-beam is not very realistic, but I had to make it sturdy because otherwise it was just...
Yeah, otherwise it'll flip flat. Yeah. You'll get like the London bus effect when you do it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's going to be my Gorka Morka thing. It's like this long, and then whenever I pivot it, like the back's going to swing outwards.
Do you not need to put like a chopstick through the middle so you can like...
The Gorka Morka is not that precise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in theory, yeah, you would have to.
We were saying as well, we really need to get a Gorka Morka game on stream actually, because I think like that would be really good fun.
Yeah, let's definitely do that.
Yeah.
If you want to see Chris come on stream and play Gorka Morka, then
let us know.
It
doesn't take very long.
And if you don't want that, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah. So screw you guys.
So, yeah.
It's good to be a hammer.
Oh my God.
I think, is that Hobby Corner done?
No, there's a bit more. There's Xander, very cool white and red sister scheme.
Yeah, that's it. Something of the Bloody Rose.
Bloody Rose.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Bloody
really like this.
Don't Google Bloody Rose.
I often think like red doesn't look red enough, but this looks good and red.
Yes, very rich, vibrant.
Very
red.
good and red.
Yeah.
And they also went to an event and they got to play the Necron Mirror where they both had this giant crab thing.
The crawler.
So they made like a family. That's really good.
They are such
Do you remember our crab episode?
Yeah, yes. Yeah,
the original crab.
The original crab. And then Dakadad were fantastic.
Dakadad. I don't know what.
Verdigris.
Because he said he wanted to add this to a previous post, but I wasn't sure what.
It's the captain that you showed earlier.
Oh, it's from the.
So it's like verdigris on
on the shield. Oh yeah, that'll look nice.
I love how that looks.
Oh, and the texture paste to.
Looks so organic and like
It looks heavy.
It looks like a proper, what's the right word? Just like an ancient shield.
It does.
Like from it's great.
Then we've got Luke, who runs Incursion events
Doing
and who kindly fixed all of this points so that we would win the last. No, he didn't. You can just see that he's working hard building up the terrain for 11th.
And he's got the nubbins. Good on him.
He's got the nubbins.
He's got the nubbins.
Yeah. He's missing only the nubbins on these triangles. And that's because you can't print them on A4.
On A4. It is a single nubbin, to be fair. One single nubbin.
Just one nubbin,
So,
it's there. It's at the bottom, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's there at the bottom. No, it is there.
He's missing... is it on... Maybe he's not missing any.
Are we rules law? No, I think he's done God's work.
It cuts off.
Okay.
It's missing half of them. You see, that's a straight line.
Yeah. No,
so
makes
it's
sense.
like that.
Yeah.
That's not a straight line.
Anyway, next image.
There. Anyway, the point is, Luke is working hard to make events work for you. You should buy a ticket to Incursion.
I have this. So Simrad, shite to see you. I think new subscriber.
Oh,
that is cool. Outrageous.
That is so cool. That's disgusting in the best possible way.
That's like I played at the Bad Moon ITT just last weekend and played against an awful kind of Legends Drukari list because it was supposed to be like cheesy RTT. And I kind of forget there is that old aspect of Drukari that have got that kind of like body horror. This is so cool.
Yeah, they used to be a lot more Slaneshi, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They really did. And now they've kind of just got like a little bit S&M.
This is amazing. This is my favourite
it's like
I've
killing
seen in a
kittens,
while.
not torture garden. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that looks fantastic.
Beautiful and disgusting. As it should be.
Cool, right. I think that's it. That's it for us this week, guys, because it is
sweaty.
34 degrees in here. We're very sweaty. Thank you, everyone who's tuned in, as always. To recap, please enter our 1100 subscribers competition to win yourself a combat patrol courtesy of thewarp.co.uk. There are still tickets left for Super Sixes. Big shouts to Hobby Henchmen, Brighton Warlords, Incursion Events. All the events are down in the description of this video. Please go and visit our sponsors. It helps us massively. It helps us run the channel. So fantastic. Fantastic sponsors.
And I know everyone says this, but if you're not subscribed, please goddamn subscribe.
Please please subscribe. We're hot, we're sweaty, we're quite angry. Yeah. We lawyered. So please subscribe.
What more do you want?
Yeah, what more do you want from us?
I'm putting my reputation on the line here, lawyering live on stream.
Yes.
So
yeah, it's a big gotcha. So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. We love you very much. Big shouts to Sham in the corner. Sham? Big shouts to Sam in the corner.
Sham.
It's a Sham. Shouts to Tim.
Shouts to Nick.
We love you very much. Please tune in again next time. Next week we have another massive game of 40k. We have Jack Type Team England, Brian Sett Team USA on stream Thursday evening. So please tune in for that. Thank you for sticking with us to the end. We'll see you again next time.
Love you, bye.